Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk. The whole truth. To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2018.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikule Amosu.
You're welcome to Celebration Television News Desk. I am Nicholas Akosile Walter, and here's the news making the headlines for today. Federal government of Nigeria to speed up construction of 10,000 housing units for IDPs. South African places of worship to reopen from June. Severe flood disrupt Florida reopening. France announces €8 billion rescue plan for car industry. And Zidane targets Ndidi as backup for Casemiro. Please stay with us as we bring you the details of the news after the short break. Don't go anywhere. All right, thanks for joining us once again. Now the news in details. Federal government said it was ready to fast-track the construction of 10,000 housing units in Borno State to aid the proposed rehabilitation of internally displaced persons. Speaking during a visit to Maiduguri to condole with the Borno State government on the Ifeno at the Muna IDP camp in the town, the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Hajia Sadia Umar Farouk, said the federal government will collaborate with the Borno State government for the construction of the 10,000 housing units earlier approved by President Muhammadu Buhari. Reacting, Borno Governor Professor Babagana Zulum said the government and people of Borno State appreciated all the efforts of the minister. He said that the only solution to the incessant fire outbreaks at the IDP camps is to ensure that more permanent houses are built with a view to resettling back the people to their localities. And moving forward, all Nigerian children deserve care and attention, says Gbajabiamila. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, has said Nigerian children must be given all the necessary care and attention, especially quality education, that they require to attain their goals in life. Gbajabiamila noted that in support of the age-long maxim that children are the leaders of tomorrow, concerted efforts must be done by all well-meaning Nigerians to achieve a better tomorrow for Nigerian children. The Speaker, in celebrating with them on the 2020 edition of Children's Day, which is marked on May 27, noted that he would always champion the cause of the Nigerian children, both in the outside and the parliament. Gbajabiamila, in a statement by his spokesman, Lanre Lasisi, said Nigerian children had a lot of potential that must be carefully harnessed through good education and training. He said the country cannot set aside May 27 every year to celebrate children without taking decisive action to better their lives. The Speaker therefore said all policies, including legislative framework, must be put in place to give qualitative education to Nigerian children to reduce the number of out-of-school children. He stated that the House under him will stop at nothing in supporting any policy that will promote the rights of the Nigerian child, including their inalienable rights to a good education. The Speaker also called on government at all levels to come up with programs and policies that will promote the rights and education of the children. On other stories, we have Obiano orders isolation rooms in hospitals. The Anambra State Governor, Willie Obiano, has directed all hospitals in the state to create isolation rooms. The governor stated this in a broadcast to the people of the state. Obiano, who confirmed the death of a 64-year-old COVID-19 patient in the state, said, "It is important to explain that the only COVID-19 death recorded so far was a 66-year-old man who did not report his ill health on time." Obiano also advised the management of all hospitals in the state to create an isolation room where any patient whose sample had been taken for COVID-19 testing could be kept while the result of the test was being awaited. And quickly, coming from around Africa, we have South African places of worship to reopen from June. President Cyril Ramaphosa said South Africa's churches and other places of worship can reopen their doors from June, but will be limited to 50 people as coronavirus lockdown rules are further eased. Africa's most industrialized economy has been largely shut since late March, when the government enforced restrictions to stem the spread of the coronavirus, which has so far infected 23,615 people in South Africa and killed 481. Ramaphosa, who has been under pressure from rival political parties and industries to ease the restrictions, said social distancing will have to be observed and all worshippers and participants will have to wear face masks. He added that any religious rituals that carry even the slightest possibility of exposing worshippers to risk should be avoided, and where they form an essential part of religious practice, sanitation is paramount. And still from around Africa, we have the Republic of Congo protest over the sacking of President's ally as first vice president in parliament. Supporters of Democratic Republic of Congo President Felix Tshisekedi demonstrated in the capital, Kinshasa, and other cities across the country following an evening of tension at the National Assembly. In Kinshasa, about 300 activists of the Presidential Party Union for Democracy and Social Progress, UDPS, were dispersed by police. They burnt tires to protest against the dismissal of a UDPS official, Jean-Marc Kabond, from his post as first vice president of the Assembly and the vote for members of parliament. The demonstrators demanded the dissolution of the coalition between President Tshisekedi and his predecessor Joseph Kabila, who are in majority in parliament. Mr. Kabund, in the interim president of the UDPS and a close associate of the head of state. Quickly, we'll observe some break right now. We'll come back, we'll bring you updates from the U.S. Stay with us.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details.
Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk.
Coronavirus is an infectious disease, one which can be spread from person to person.
However, you can protect yourself, the people around you, and help prevent spreading the virus to others if only you
Wash your hands regularly for 20 seconds with soap and water or an alcoholic-based hand rub or sanitizer.
Clean and disinfect surfaces. Cover your nose and mouth with a disposable tissue or flex elbow when you cough or sneeze.
Practice social distancing. Avoid close contact, that is 1 meter or 3 feet, with people who are unwell.
Stay home and self-isolate from others in the household if you feel unwell.
Don't touch your eyes, nose or mouth with your hands, whether clean or not.
You only need to stay in the comfort of your home.
As Celebration TV brings to you life-transforming,
destiny-empowering,
and spirit-uplifted programs for your viewing pleasure.
Together we can save lives and cut down the spread of coronavirus.
This message is brought to you by Celebration TV, revealing Jesus, releasing.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
and the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details.
Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk.
Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT+1, that is 11 a.m. GMT+1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk, the whole truth.
All right, thanks for joining us once again. Now, updates from the U.S. Severe flood disrupts Florida reopening. South Florida residents were unable to enjoy the reopening of restaurants and beaches after 2 months of coronavirus lockdown, when 3 straight days of rain caused severe flooding in Miami and other coastal cities. Floridians have received warnings from severe storms, tornadoes, and flash floods as streets turned into rivers and electricity flickered. Images of cars flooded up to the windows have circulated on social media, as well as photos of people kayaking through the streets of Miami. Some people were even surfing towed along by a rope attached to an SUV. The rain ruined the long Memorial Day weekend and prevented crowds from forming at the recently reopened restaurants and beaches in Broward County, north of Miami. The weather also put at risk the launch of a rocket with 2 astronauts on board from the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral in the center of the state. Meanwhile, in northeast Florida, another disturbance-producing storm has a 30% chance of becoming a tropical cyclone, according to the National Hurricane Center. Hurricane season officially begins June 1st, but this year it was pushed forward by Tropical Storm Arthur, which formed 2 weeks ago in the Atlantic Ocean and passed by the coast of Florida and the Carolinas. More updates from the UK. Quickly, we have Boris Johnson to face senior member of parliament amid Cummings' role. Boris Johnson will be questioned by senior member of parliament later amid continued calls for his top advisor to resign. It marks the first time he has appeared before the Commons Liaison Committee, the only committee that gets to question the Prime Minister since taking office. Committee members are expected to ask Mr. Johnson about the government's handling of the coronavirus pandemic. He is also likely to be asked about his aide Dominic Cummings' controversial lockdown trip to County Durham. More than 35 Tory members of parliament have called for Mr. Cummings to resign or be fired after his 260-mile journey came to light. Mr. Cummings' decision in March to drive from his London home to his parent farm in County Durham with his wife, who had coronavirus symptoms, and his son has dominated the headlines since the story broke on Friday night. The Prime Minister's chief advisor gave a news conference explaining that he decided to make the trip because he felt it would be better to self-isolate in a place where he had options for childcare if required. He has received the continued support of the Prime Minister, who said that his aide had acted legally and with integrity. But cross-party critics have called for Mr. Cummings to leave number 10 while Junior Minister Douglas Rose resigned in protest. Quickly, we have business news here. Petrol sold above 130 naira in 17 states, says NBS. Despite the reduction of the price of petrol to 125 naira per litre, the product was sold above 130 naira per litre in 17 states in April, according to the National Bureau of Statistics. Following the sharp drop in global crude oil prices, the pump price of petrol, which is still being regulated by the government, was reduced to 125 naira per litre from 145 naira per litre on March 18, 2020. The Petroleum Product Pricing Regulatory Agency further announced on March 31st a price ban of 123 naira 50 kobo to 125 naira per litre. However, the NBS, in its latest PMS report, said the average price paid by consumers for a litre of petrol stood at 130 naira 84 kobo in April, down from 145 naira 40 kobo in March. While the pump price of petrol has been reduced by the government, the prices of kerosene and diesel have yet to reflect the drop in global oil prices despite the deregulation of the products. The chairman, Major Oil Marketers Association of Nigeria, Mr. Adetunji Oyebanji, said last month that the inability of marketers to access foreign exchange for importation was partly responsible for the development. And still on business news, we have France announces €8 billion rescue plan for car industry. The French government has announced an €8 billion, which is an equivalent of £7.1 billion rescue plan for its car industry, which has been severely impacted by the coronavirus pandemic. President Emmanuel Macron's proposal includes €1 billion to provide grants of up to €7,000 to encourage citizens to purchase electric vehicles. It also puts money towards investment to make France a center for electric vehicle output. The plan comes as the industry braces for thousands of job cuts. In return for the relief, the two main French car producers, Renault and PSA, have promised to focus production in France. He added that no car model currently produced in France should be manufactured in other countries. To help sell the 400,000 vehicles languishing in car dealerships due to the coronavirus lockdown measures, President Macron said the government would also give people upgrading to a less polluting car a €3,000 bonus as part of a scheme open to 75% of French households. We'll go on a short break, but we'll come back, we'll bring you news from the sporting world. Stay with us.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details.
Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT+1, that is 11 a.m. GMT+1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk, the whole truth.
Coronavirus is an infectious disease, one which can be spread from person to person.
However, you can protect yourself, the people around you, and help prevent spreading the virus to others if only you
Wash your hands regularly for 20 seconds with soap and water or an alcoholic-based hand rub or sanitizer.
Clean and disinfect surfaces. Cover your nose and mouth with a disposable tissue or flex elbow when you cough or sneeze.
Practice social distancing. Avoid close contact, that is 1 meter or 3 feet, with people who are unwell.
Stay home and self-isolate from others in the household if you feel unwell.
Don't touch your eyes, nose or mouth with your hands, whether clean or not.
You only need to stay in the comfort of your home.
As Celebration TV brings to you life-transforming,
Destiny empowering
and spirit uplifted programs for your viewing pleasure.
Together we can save lives and cut down the spread of coronavirus.
This message is brought to you by Celebration TV, revealing Jesus, releasing destinies.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details.
Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk. The whole truth.
And you're welcome to Sports News. Man United, Igalo said to agree on new salary. Audio Igalo's agent Ladi Salami says the striker is very close to a salary agreement with Manchester United. Report says Igalo, whose United contract expires on Sunday, is set to return to his Chinese club Shanghai Shenhua, where a bumper 4-year extension deal worth €84 million is being proposed. Salami said Igalo feels very good in Manchester, with whom he is very close to a salary agreement. Negotiations with the Chinese are ongoing and are going well. Igalo's contract at Shanghai Shenhua is billed to expire in December 2021. The 30-year-old scored 4 goals in 8 appearances for the Red Devils in all competitions before the outbreak of the coronavirus, which halted football activities. In another sports news, Zidane targets Ndidi as backup for Casemiro. Leicester City midfielder Wilfred Ndidi has been linked with a move to Spanish giants Real Madrid, with Zinedine Zidane a strong admirer of the Nigerian. The 23-year-old, who has been linked with PSG, Arsenal, Barcelona and Manchester United ahead of the summer transfer window, reportedly tops Los Merengues transfer list, as they believe he is capable of filling the role of Brazilian Casemiro. According to Spanish transfer market, Zinedine Zidane has patronized the signing of the Nigerian ahead of next season. Ndidi has been a revelation since his arrival at the King Power Stadium and has made a total of 111 appearances for the Foxes. And that has brought us to the end of the news on our news desk today. Quickly, in case you're joining us, here's the recap of the news headlines. Federal government of Nigeria to speed up construction of 10,000 housing units for IDPs. South African places of worship to reopen from June. Severe flood disrupts Florida reopening. France announces €8 billion rescue plan for car industry. And Zidane targets Ndidi as backup for Casemiro. Quickly, we have the quotes of the day that states that I read, "Be the change you want to see in the world." Of course, if you must see that change you wish for the world, you have to be it, because you are actually the image of the world. If only you can begin by becoming the change you actually want for the world, I think that change you want generally for the entire globe will be effective. I know you have your own opinion right there as you watch me right now. You could as well drop your comments on our social media platforms. On Facebook, we have Celebration TV, Instagram, My Celebration TV. You can tweet at us at My Celebration TV, and on YouTube, Celebration TV. Always remember that the continuous transformation of our society is a collective responsibility of all. No matter the office you hold as a nation's president, a thought leader, an opinion molder, a character builder, a professional, or as a person pursuing passion, you have a duty to give your all to making the society a better place for us and the generations to come. It's time for us all to play our part and do it with all diligence. Thanks once again for staying with us on our news desk. I remain Nicholas Akosile Walter. Great day.
Coronavirus is an infectious disease, one which can be spread from person to person.
However, you can protect yourself, the people around you, and help prevent spreading the virus to others if only you
Wash your hands regularly for 20 seconds with soap and water or an alcoholic-based hand rub or sanitizer.
Clean and disinfect surfaces. Cover your nose and mouth with a disposable tissue or flex elbow when you cough or sneeze.
Practice social distancing. Avoid close contact that is 1 meter or 3 feet with people who are unwell.
stay home and self-isolate from others in the household if you feel unwell.
Don't touch your eyes, nose or mouth with your hands, whether clean or not.
You only need to stay in the comfort of your home.
As Celebration TV brings to you life-transforming,
Destiny empowering.
And spirit uplifted programs for your viewing pleasure.
Together we can save lives and cut down the spread of coronavirus.
This message is brought to you by Celebration TV, revealing Jesus, releasing.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
and the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details.
Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk.
Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk. The whole truth.
Refuse